Hi everyone, welcome to today's class, which is about the MBA CAT preparation and CAT grammar practice questions for other examinations. ZAT, SNAP, IIFT, NMET, etc. Wherever you'll be asked about grammar, it's all about practice and all about revision. I think basic grammar is fundamental to everybody, considering that you have passed out from secondary, higher secondary, moved on to graduation. So, my teaching mainly focuses on practice, and today will be my first class on the practice questions for grammar. Before that, let me introduce you to myself and Unacademy, of course. So, I'm Shalinee. I completed my MBA from IIM Indore and I have a teaching experience of 2 years. Reason to be with me? I'll teach you like an experienced student, not like a teacher. Next, why I always recommend Unacademy, why I think it will set you in the right direction. Because you get daily live classes, you have live tests and quizzes. Learning is not as important as much testing that knowledge is. Learning is not complete. Structured courses. Set out, go out and pick any other course you want to. You'll not have it as structured as an academy has. We believe in hard work plus smart work. That is why we provide you course that is structured for you to set in the right direction. Unlimited access. Of course, once you have the class once you have the access, you have the account, you have subscribed to an academy, you can access all the classes because once they are live, at the end of the live class, they become a recorded session. Then you have a schedule that works for you. Watch it anytime, be it live classes or be it recorded classes. Next is no language barrier. We have classes in almost all possible languages, starting from English, Hindi, Telugu, Tamil to Assamese. Just go search for the subscription and you'll be able to learn in language of your comfort. And of course, your location independent. You just need to have an internet access, and at times you can even download and watch. Answer live polls. Our classes on the Unacademy subscription are very interactive. The only thing is that you'll not be able to see teacher or the counterparts around physically, but it's almost same as you get to chat, you get to interact with the teacher, you get to answer questions, you get to clear your doubts then and there. Very interactive. You get PDFs and learning material, like you get notes in your class, you have tests and quizzes to test yourself better than a class. Finally, a detailed report and analysis. Nothing can beat the power of analysis, mock analysis, test analysis, your performance analysis. That is the only way you will ever know how you're performing, how you are going to get through it. Finally, detailed after detailed report and analysis, you would have understood that there is nothing like an academy that can set you forth in the right direction. And cherry on the cake, with my subscription code as Shalini, you get 58% discount on 12 month subscription and 75% off on 24-month subscription. Commendable, right? You do have discounts on 1 month, 3 months, 6 month too. But anything, any preparation like a CAT or an MBA entrance exam takes at least a year to give a tangible result, to produce effective outcome for which you have taken the subscription. So in my opinion, 12 months is most economical and 24 months, nothing like it. My code is SHALINEE. Now, friends, so today we begin with the grammar practice questions. I'll straight away start with some conjunction practice questions and then follow up with sentence correction questions, right? Now, let's begin. I'll directly flash the questions on your screen. I hope they're clear. You have to choose the right answer to the blank given in the question and from the options given in the bracket. This is the type of the question, first type of questions that you'll encounter in most of the MBA entrance examinations. There you go. Next, please be with me. See how I solve, because it is not maths, LRDI, or quant where I'll tell you the formula and you'll be able to do almost every question. VARC is all about developing the right approach. And how do you develop the right approach? As simple as that. Developing right approach is by being with the teacher. Correct. Let's go to the first question. It says, we cannot help her blank, she asks for help. Fill it with unless, if only, although. I give you 10 seconds. It's simple. Shoot. So it's very clear. It means we cannot help her unless she asks for help. Unless का मतलब हुआ, unless means जब तक, until. Till that time she does not ask for help, we cannot help her. That is what they're trying to convey. We cannot help her if only she asks for help. Makes no sense. We cannot help her although she asks for help. Had it been although, it should have been written as we cannot help her although she asked for help. Although बजाय इसके कि उसने हेल्प मांगी थी हम उसकी हेल्प नहीं कर सकते. That would have been right. But here, because it's she asks for help, it will be unless. जब तक वो मदद नहीं मांगती, we cannot help her. Next. He is both suave, blank, cultured, and as well as or. 10 seconds. It is very simple. Answer is he is both suave and cultured. See, as well as would have been right if both was not a part of the given sentence. He is suave as well as cultured. That is the right usage of as well as. When both already depicts the presence of two adjectives or two clauses or two phrases, as well as is not usable. It cannot be used with both. Remains what? Or is either or, not both. He is either suave or cultured. He cannot be both suave or cultured. Both already means he has two of them. That is why he is both suave and cultured is the right answer. Clear? If you have any doubts, please write in the comment section. I'll definitely get back to you. Everybody likes her. Blank, she goes out of her way to help people. First option, even though. Second, because. Third is as if. Go. My timer goes, okay. Done. Let's discuss. So when I give you time, your job is to choose from the given option and then see if you are right, why were you right, and if you're wrong, why were you wrong, and how can you correct it. The next is, everybody likes her even though she goes out of her way to help people. No, even though shows contrast, opposite, opposite. So everybody likes her even though she goes out of her way to help people. No, if she people like her, if she goes out of the way to help people, this is an obvious reason for people to like her. This will lead to people liking her. That is why, even though is not the right word. Next, because everybody likes her because she goes out of her way to help people. Absolutely correct. So it's about cause and effect. The cause is that she goes out of her way to help people. Effect is everybody likes her. Hence, the reason is given, so we have because. And now it's everybody likes her as if she goes out of her way to help people. No, we are not here to really gossip on everybody likes her as if she goes out of, not setting the context right. Maybe if you would have had couple of more sentences or the context was different, this could have made sense, but not yet. Because is appropriate for the context set by only this sentence, right? Now let's go to next. We inquired everywhere, blank could not find what we needed. They say that the options to be chosen from are and, still, but. So we inquired everywhere, blank could not find what we needed. What should be the right answer, guys? We inquired everywhere, but could not find what we needed. I'll tell you what. We inquired everywhere and could not find is not the right conjunction. I'll tell you why. And is for setting parallelism. So if one phrase says is in the same direction, the other two should be in the same direction. But when one says that we inquired everywhere, obvious outcome should have been and found what we needed. But since it was not found, could not be found, so it is a contrasting situation, comparative situation. In the case of contrast, but will be used. So we inquired everywhere but could not find what we needed. Talking about still, in the common lexicon, a lot of people use it this way that we inquired everywhere, still could not find we needed. No, still is for continuation, emphasizing. If it's still happening, it's like it should, for example, I have been inquiring for 7 days and still I could not find what I needed. So it is showing emphasis, continuation. But this is a contrast that I inquired but could not find what I needed. Hence, but is the right conjunction. I visit the Jew, blank, I am in town. Since, yet, whenever. Take 10 seconds. I visit the zoo, blank, I am in town. Well, it's very simple. So the answer will be I visit the zoo whenever I am in town. Since means starting from a point in time. But it is not stating a point in time, rather, it is showing a condition that whenever I am in town, I visit the zoo. A statement, a situation that is existent. So whenever he is in town, this situation leads to him visiting the zoo. That is why I'll write whenever I'm in town, I visit the zoo. Yet is the conjunction which is used when abhi bhi nahi, tab bhi nahi, not even when this was there. So yet is not usable here. Yet would have been like I haven't visited the zoo yet, although I'm in town, even though I'm in town, right? We are living in an hour, blank or not, it rains. Choose from either if, whether. It's quite simple. The answer is we are living in an hour, whether or not it rains. तो बारिश हो ना हो, हम आधे घंटे में, एक घंटे में निकल जाएंगे. That is the meaning. So we are living in an hour. Either or not is not the usage, okay? Either or join two clauses, two phrases, two situations, two words, two adjectives, two adverbs. They do not come one after another. Like we are living in an hour, either or. They never follow each other immediately. We are living in an hour if or not it rains. If will not give or. If means if this condition exists. But or not is not a complete condition in itself. Had it been one more condition, if could have been used. But here, if or not is not the right usage. So the only right usage remaining is we are living in an hour whether or not it rains. Got it? Now let's move to another question. Set a reminder blank you forget to take your medicine or lest as though. What do you think it should be? Well, it's very simple. Set a reminder. Let's explore the option. Let's explore the options. Set a reminder or you forget to take your medicine. No, this is not stating a choice between two. It is saying that if you will not set a reminder, you will forget to take your medicine. So there's no or, there is no choice, there is no contrast where I'll present or. As though, again not usable over here. Only word remaining is lest. Set a reminder lest you forget to take your medicine. So lest is used in the case of prevention, from preventing something to happen. So for preventing that you forget to take your medicine, for preventing this situation, set a reminder. Hence, lest will be the right conjunction over here. Set a reminder lest you forget to take your medicine. That's about this particular question. We go to the next question. Blank had I sat down, blank I was summoned again. Rather than, not only but also, no sooner than. I'm giving you a couple of seconds to think what the answer could be, and then I'll come to you. So, right answer, rather than no. It does not show any better situation or a comparison. Not only but also. No, it does not show that two things happened again. Like, not only had I sat down, but also I was summoned again. If you were summoned, if you're called again, how can you sit down? So what does that mean? The right answer is no sooner than. So no sooner had I sat down than I was summoned again means जैसे ही मैं बैठा मुझे वापस समन किया गया, मुझे बुलाया गया. So no sooner than is the right option for this particular question. Next, one of the cars from the many he owns, blank, been borrowed by his friend. Have borrowed, have been borrowed, or has been borrowed? Batao. This is very basic grammar question. So the answer is has. I'll tell you why. In this question, the subject is one of the cars from the many he owns. So we are talking about that one car amongst the many he owns. So if it's one car, has will be used for that particular car because it is has is the singular form and one means singular form, a single object, a single subject. So one of the cars from the many he owns has been borrowed by his friend, right? She did not understand why the man seemed angry. She did not understand how the man seemed angry. She did not understand when the man seemed angry. Choose. The right answer is she did not understand why the man seemed angry. तो उसको समझ नहीं आया कि वो आदमी गुस्सा क्यों था. When the man seemed angry? No. It means the point of time. How the man seemed angry? The process. Again not right. So remains is why the man seemed angry. She did not understand why the man seemed angry. The teachers teach the student with great dedication. The teachers teaches. So the right answer will be the teachers teach the student with great dedication. Had the subject been singular, the verb would have been plural, which is teaches. The teacher teaches, but since it is teachers, plural, the verb will be singular. The teachers teach the student with great dedication. Let's move to next question. In each of the following questions, a part of the sentence has been underlined. From the given options, choose the one that can best replace the underlined part in the sentence to make the sentence grammatically correct. One thing that I'd like to say here is that this kind of questions are real test of grammar. You don't know what is wrong, whether it's conjunction that is to be uh, uh, chosen from, whether it's a subject that is wrong, whether it is the connector that is wrong, or the tense, or the verb, or the adverb usage. Absolutely no. So, all your grammatical skills are going to play a role in such questions, and they are very important for ZAT, SRCC, and other examination that ask about sentence correction. So, we begin with first example. See, here the tremendous insight. First sentence will be given. Let me explain how to approach. A part of that sentence, the question will be underlined, and you have to choose from the option as to which option is the best replacement for the underlined part. There can be cases when there is no replacement required. It means that the question as given is correct in itself. There can be cases when you have to choose one right one from the option. Okay, so both of this depends on question to question, and there is no ground rule for this. Like in chess, you have rules, right? Although every game is different, but you do have basic rules. He, okay, the so and so, the king cannot take this step, or the queen cannot. Shall we discuss? Yes, I think I've given enough time. See, the tremendous insight of Einstein was that the passage of time does not appear to be the same while standing still as it does to a person traveling at a speed which is a significant fraction of the speed of light. So, out of the options, while standing still as it does to a person traveling, the correct answer will be 2. I'll tell you why. See, the tremendous insight of Einstein was that passage of time does not appear to be the same while standing. It's not that you can observe a time, you need a frame, and that will be a person. Only a person can feel a passage of time. That is why we need a person to complete this replacement. So, what can you choose? You can choose 2, 3, or 5. But out of 2, 3, and 5, what is correct? Since passage of time is a continuous process, so to a person standing still will be the right usage. Okay, standing has to be the right form of the verb. So to a person standing still as to a person traveling. This is called parallelism. To a person standing still as to a person traveling. 5 गलत है क्योंकि to a person standing still as to a person who travels. The form of verb should be same in both. अगर ये to a person who stands still as to a person who travels होता तो सही होता. But 5 is wrong because it is not correct in parallelism, in the sense of parallelism. So 2 is the right option, to a person standing still as to a person traveling. Finally, 3. So 3 is, I would say, an unnecessary exaggeration. We call it redundancy. More usage of words more than required. Appear to be the same to a person who is standing still as a person who is traveling. उससे ज़्यादा concise and meaningful is 2. Although both are correct, but 2 is also correct and concise. That is why we'll go with 2. Clear? Now comes the next question. Similarly, even here, a part of the main sentence will be underlined. You will have to choose as to what is the correct replacement. So see, Saundarya's skin nourishing cream sold 5 lakh packs last quarter. Face wash did and nearly 5 times as much as their anti-aging. And read the options. I hope they're clear. Think for 30 seconds and then we'll see which are correct and why are they correct. Saundarya's skin nourishing cream sold 5 lakh packs last quarter, 20% more than their face wash sold, 20% more than their face wash, and nearly 5 times more than their anti aging cream. 3 is the right option. I'll tell you why. If you see parallelism, there is a comparison. They are talking about Saundarya's skin nourishing cream. It sold 5 lakh packs. This was 20% more than their face wash and 5 times more than their anti aging cream. You cannot say their face wash sold. Then, if I go talk about option 1, let's begin from 1. Their face wash did. Their face wash did not do anything. The cream was sold. So, had it been their face wash sold, it would have been right. 1 is gone. Come to 2. Here we have their face wash sold and nearly 5 times as much as anti aging cream sales. Again, wrong. Had it been anti-aging cream sold, तो फिर तीनों parallel में आ जाते. All the three parts would have been in the same form of usage, same form of verb. That is why 2 is also wrong. 3 is the only one which is right. Let's see why 4 is wrong, because their face wash did, again, did is not right. And nearly 5 times what anti-aging cream sales were. Completely different form of tense and verb used in the last phrase, not parallel with the one already in question or the previous two in the question already. So 4 is also eliminated. Only 3 remains. Now, there is yet another question on your screen. Please read, and I'll pause for 30 seconds and then we'll see which is correct. Let's begin from the first option. I think you have had time to read, because I also read while you read. And if I consider my speed close to idle, you should also have been able to read by now. If not, that means you need to increase your reading speed, because in an exam you will have very limited time in which you have to read and you also have to answer correctly. So take care of that. So there you go. Net neutrality is the principle that internet service providers need not be able to charge different content providers at different prices for transmitting data to their consumers. At different prices is not the right word. Let's look at first replacement. That internet service providers dare not be able to charge different content providers different prices. No, it could have been dare not to charge. Dare not be able is completely wrong grammatically, so you eliminate one. There is no conjunction like this. Comes to that internet service providers should not be able to charge different content providers on different prices. You never charge on a price, you charge at a price. 2 is gone. Comes 3. That internet service providers should not be able to charge different content providers different prices. This means that net neutrality is a principle which will make internet service, which will create a situation in which internet service providers will not be able to charge different prices to different content providers. So this is right. Grammatically right and completely parallel. Same in form of verb and usage. Let's see why 4 is wrong. That internet service providers must not be able to charge different content providers for different prices. You do not charge for a price, charge a price. You may charge for a content, you cannot charge for a price. This is grammatically wrong. So 3 is the right answer. Uh, Next question. Again, same. Choose which is the right replacement for the underlined portion, and the possible options are given below as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Take a minute and get back. So, what do you think it is? See, let's begin from 1. Actually, here the correct answer is 1, which is the given form in the question already. So, the question given is correct. You do not need to make any further changes. You know what is the problem here? I'm sure that you would be clear कि या तो 1 होगा या तो 4 होगा, है ना? बट सेविंग्स हैव शिफ्टेड नहीं हो सकता. सेविंग although ends with s, but savings actually is used as a singular noun. In general, all that you have saved is savings. That is why to, to which savings to which savings from personal income has shifted will be the right word, right usage. Let's talk about option 2. Extent of नहीं होता, extent to होगा यहाँ पे, extent to which it has shifted from. So because there is a point from where it has shifted, so for the reference you'll have to mention extent to which. Okay, next. 3. Of savings from personal income shifting. Explain the extent of savings from personal income shifting. No, not correct word of form of verb usage. Then to which savings from personal income have shifted. Have is not right. And again, to which savings have been. No need of such sentence. Such tense, unnecessary tense transformations are not required. Okay. Now, to some of you, this could be little personal, but do not take it so. All those students based in Delhi, this is just a question. So go through it and then I'll explain you. सब पढ़ लिया आप लोगों ने? I gave you a minute, right? I also went through it. So, correct option here will be 2. See, read the question carefully. In addition to providing more course offerings than modern school, the teachers at Rayan school are better trained than those at modern. See, the thing is that when the statement is used as it is written, it seems like in addition to providing more course offering, it seems like the teachers are providing more course offering, but it's not so. Actually, the school is providing more course offering. So Ryan School has teachers. The second offering that it has after course, the second benefit that it has is that Ryan School has teachers who are better trained than those at Modern. And how? Having received more information on instructing a multilingual and culturally diverse student body. So, teachers, the option two, Mejo, Ryan School has teachers who are better trained than those at Modern. How? By because they have received more information on handling a multicultural, multilingual student body. Okay. Next question. In 1905, The House of Mirth, Edith Wharton's novel about blighted aspirations of the Lily Bard, was published by Scribners, and it was a reputable press in the early 20th century. Take your time, choose among one, 2, 3, 4. Give me 30 seconds. I'm giving you 30 seconds and we'll discuss. Done. So let's explore the options, okay? Talk about one. In 1905, The House of Mirth, Edith Wharton's novel about blighted aspirations of Lily Bard, was published by Scribners, and it was a reputable press in the early 20th century. You know, when you write and it was a reputable press, this pronoun actually points to the novel, but the novel was not a reputable press. It's a novel. To point it towards Scribners, fourth is correct. Lily Bard was published by Scribners, comma, a reputable press in the early 20th century. Then this will point to the immediately preceding subject or the noun, which is the Scribners. The Scribners was the reputable press, hence, fourth is correct. First is wrong, the same as the question as I said. Second, and was a reputable press. It again goes to, it points towards the novel. Same is the case with 3. Lily Bart was published by Scribners, being a reputable press. That means, again, novel was reputable press, which is not true. So, fourth is the correct usage, just with the use of comma. I have forgotten, should have been here. Let's move to the next question. The question goes as the effort and reward involved in real cards is modest, but the hour or two you may spend on them this weekend transcends all aspects of the soulless electronic Christmas card, the receipt of which is insulting by comparison. Choose from the options. I'll give you a minute and then we'll discuss. And your time begins now. 10 seconds more. So see, the question says that the effort and reward involved in real cards is modest. The amount of effort you put in making a real card and the reward you get is modest, is less, but the RO2 you may spend on them this weekend transcends all aspects of soulless electronic Christmas card. So the electronic cards are definitely soulless because there's no personal effort put in there. And when you sit down, then the feeling that you get surpasses all the aspects of soulless electronic Christmas card. And then they said that the receipt of which is insulting by comparison. So they say that actually sending electronic Christmas card sounds like an insult when compared to a real card. Electronic card actually may make you feel like it took just a couple of seconds, was forwarded, or just took a seconds, no effort. That is why they say that for electronic Christmas card, the receipt of which is insulting by comparison. Now let's see the options. So as per me, the correct option is 4. That means the statement given is already correct. You know why? Because see, let's begin with 1. 1 says, and the RO2 you may spend transcends all aspects. And तब सही होता अगर यूजेज अगर कंपेयर नहीं होता, कंट्रास्ट नहीं होता, मॉडेस्ट के साथ एक और शॉर्ट कमिंग बताई गई होती. Not a contrast that return is modest, but other aspects are fantabulous. Next, still the hour or two you may spend. Sounds very derogatory or undermining, or what we call that as uh, subordinating. Okay, it's like still the time you spend may transcend all aspects, but it's a clear contrast. Rather, this is superior experience, although the return is modest, but the time that you spend is superior. They are emphasizing on that return that you get in terms of time that you spend while making the card. That is why still, as I said, is used in case of continuation. No. Then, although the R or 2, again, although is a wrong usage, so we remain with 4, but which very well put forth a clear contrast between the return and reward from the real cards versus what you get while you actually sit down and make it. Yeah. Another question. The Ministry of Information has said that the reporters illegally acquired information with the intention of sharing these with foreign media. Read the options, think in 30 seconds, and then we shall discuss. Done, it's quite simple. So, see, 1 and 4 sound correct, right? Both of them. 2 cannot illegally acquired information with the intention to share them. टेंसेस पैरेलल में नहीं पढ़ रहे, ठीक है. आर illegally acquiring, ministry said so, right? So it's not in a continuous tense, so illegally acquiring present continuous, no. Let's talk about 1 and 4. 1 says that illegally acquired information with the intention to share it. 4 says illegally acquired information with the intention to share these. These would have been the pronoun if information would have been referred to at the same point in time, or had it not been anything intangible like information. For that, it is the proper pronoun. So, one is the right sentence that says that illegally acquired information with the intention to share it. Share the information which is intangible noun. That is why we use the pronoun it. So, one is the right answer. Let's go to another question. In each of the following questions, a part has been underlined. I see here we do not have an underlined part. We'll go to the next question. In each of the following questions, a part of the sentence has been underlined. From the given options, choose the one that can best replace the underlined part and make the sentence grammatically correct. Please read. Some schools manipulate admissions to keep after children with learning difficulties in the first place. Others move them off roll by excluding them so their results do not count towards a school's position in the league tables. Think on it. I'll give you a minute, okay? Because ये क्या है ना, if you only know the exact meaning of or exact all the forms of keep in, keep out, keep to, keep down, then only will you be able to correctly solve it. Take time and then we shall solve in a minute. 30 seconds. Done? So see, I'll tell you what. Some schools manipulate admissions, so it is already setting a negative context towards the school. तो ये तो समझ जाओ आपकी होगा तो कुछ नेगेटिव है. तो schools admission manipulate कर देते हैं to keep after children with learning difficulties. See, keep after means to look after, to be after, to care. But since they're manipulating, they cannot keep after. Also, if you read the part of the sentence after this, you'll see that others move them off roll by excluding them so that their results do not count towards the school's position in the league tables. So either they do not let them in, or even if they let them in, they keep them off roll. So their scores, their results are not counted because they bring down the overall grade, overall score and performance of the school, and thus pull it down in the league tables. Mar the reputation. They ruin the reputation of that particular school. So keep after is not the right word. So is one right? To keep down children with learning difficulties. Again, not. To keep two children with learning difficulties. No. To keep in children. They do not keep in. They would not want to keep such children, right? It's already saying that they don't want to take in, manipulate the admissions, or even if they do not, they try to exclude them, their results, so that it does not impact the overall performance. So, what is the right option is to keep out children with learning difficulties. That means they don't let them in. They try their best to manipulate admissions so that such children are kept out. They do not join. See, now uh, the last question, quite simple. I'll dictate. In the past few months, there has been extensive dispute over if fare hike should be a first or last recourse in improving the transit system. See the options 1, 2, 3, 4, and choose the right form in 30 seconds. So it's quite simple. See, in the past few months, there has been extensive dispute over whether fare hike should be a first or last recourse. If fare hikes should have been correct, अगर ये question होता. So no, this is not in a direct form, not in an active form, but in a passive form. Next, about if fare hikes are a first or last recourse. No, either or होता है, if or नहीं होता. No, the conjunction, the pair is either or, not if or. So two is again wrong. Last is three. About hiking fares. In the past few months, there has been extensive dispute over about hiking fares. Over about both cannot come together, right? So about hiking fares as being a first or last recourse is wrong. We remain with 4, which is also right. Dispute over whether fare hikes should be a first or last recourse. So, over what is the topic? Whether fare hikes should be first or last recourse. So, the matter is whether, which begins from whether to recourse, and the dispute was over this matter. 3 is wrong because you cannot have a dispute about, you will have a dispute over an issue in a situation over a matter. So 3 about in itself discards, eliminates the option 3. So this was the last question, guys. I would like to thank you for being with me. Sorry for slight disturbance initially. I'll make sure that you have a better experience next class onwards. And do remember to use my subscription code and take subscription from Unacademy on a yearly basis. Results will prove to you that you did make a right decision. In my next class, I'll continue with questions of grammar, vocabulary, conjunctions in form of practice, and then going ahead, I'll have more classes on critical reasoning, reading comprehension. So see you in the next class, which will be tomorrow. The timing you can check from the link.